Hi, I'm Renee Critchlow and today I'll be making chocolate covered coconut balls. So coconut is a very good way for you to get good fats in your diet because the reality is we do get in fats, but they're not necessarily the best ones, and some of the other good ones like fish oil don't necessarily taste good. But what better way to get it in than combining it with chocolate? Chocolate makes everything go down a little bit better. So for this recipe, you will need shredded coconut. You can either buy it pre-shredded or you can buy the whole dry coconut, crack that, and then shred it yourself. You will need coconut oil, honey, and vanilla essence, and a little bit of salt. And to combine everything, you will need either a food processor, a blender, or a mini food processor, just like what I have here. So what I'll do is combine everything in the food processor first, and then process that, and then we will get to actually shaping the balls. So I'm going to put this in the food processor, and sometimes things will spill, but that's all part in cooking, right? So in that goes. And then a little trick, if you have anything sweet like honey and you're using oil, it is better to use the oil first and then use the honey, because then the honey will slide out of the cup. So the spoon. So you will need 2 tablespoons of honey. 1, 2, and then not 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and then 3 tablespoons of honey. So that is 1, 2, and 3. And put that aside. Then we will get our vanilla essence. So you're using a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And then an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. So really half of this teaspoon, or you can do just like, easy way, pinch of salt. Eyeball it, good. That is it. And then you take your food processor, combine everything. I think that should be enough. And then I'm going to use the same spoon that I used to measure out the coconut oil to scoop out and form the balls. So it might feel a little bit wet, but no worries, just form a ball. And make sure that you have a plate lined with parchment paper, so that you'll be using this plate to put in the fridge to get them a little bit hard before you actually dip them in the chocolate. So to make this easy, I'm going to remove that. Get another ball. It is going to feel a little bit wet, but once you get a kind of ball shape, you are good to go. So you can play around with it in your hand and try to get a ball shape. Or if that does not work too good for you, use that same tablespoon, level it out, and flip on the parchment paper. So let me move these aside so that you can see. So take it, using this, level it out, and flip over on your parchment paper if you don't want to roll. but I prefer to roll them in balls because I actually want a ball and not like this half dome thing. But it's up to you what shape you want. So put that there, and then the final one. Get everything. Get a final ball. Try to shave that into a ball, and then we're there. So you can see the balls are here on the parchment paper, and now I will just put that into the fridge and leave that to refrigerate to get hard. And the thing is that you need to use coconut oil and no other oil, because coconut oil solidifies at cold temperatures. So I'll be back shortly when these are hard to then dip them in that nice melted sweet chocolate. Hi, it's me Renee, and I'm back again, and now our coconut balls are hard, as you can see. So we are now going to be melting down some chocolate using the double boiler method. I have dark chocolate that is 54% cocoa. You can use chocolate chips, you can use a milk chocolate, it doesn't matter. Once you boil them down, then I'll be dipping these balls in the chocolate. So I'm going to use my double boiler. If you do not have a double boiler, you can always put a heat-proof container in the water to boil, but it has to be on a lower simmer because you don't want to burn the chocolate. Burn chocolate, then cutting it. So I'm going to put the dark chocolate in here. And it is already starting to melt. So the key to get this to melt is that you want to chop if you're using chocolate, you want to chop the chocolate into even pieces. It's easier if you're using chocolate chips because they're even, but with the chocolate, try to get them into even pieces so that they will melt evenly. Alright, the chocolate is pretty much melted down, and now I'm going to remove that from the heat. So it wasn't a lot of chocolate that I melted, so I might just be able to show you one ball. So I'm going to take one of these balls, this one, yeah, and roll that around in the chocolate. And then take it back out. See? Then put it on the paper. I think I could do some more. Get that rolling around in the chocolate. Roll it, roll it. Take that out. Back on the paper. Roll that around. Really coating this. Back on. Another one. So you can see. All right. was able to get 6 out of the 8 coated, so not too bad. And that is it for the chocolate covered coconut balls. I'm going to pop these back in the fridge so that the shell can harden. So this is how they look, and I'll be back with you to show you the finished product when they are hard.